Hi guys, it's Allie, there's Ginny, and we are on the floor again today to talk about Booktube. This is a relatively newish tag created just to kind of talk about Booktube as a whole and Booktube in general, so I will leave the original tagged video linked below, and you should definitely go check that out. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I really liked the questions, so we're going to just get right into it. Number 1 is, what is something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? So I've been on Booktube for almost exactly a year now, and one thing that I definitely did not know or had not been told about, I guess, was how connected the creators are through other forms of social media as well as YouTube itself. I don't really know a lot of people who actually watch Booktube. I'm kind of the one who would find videos and be like, hey guys, you should go watch this review. But not a lot of people in my real life watch Booktube other than me, so nobody really had a chance to tell me any of this, but I just didn't really expect everybody to be so friendly and welcoming with each other. Obviously, there is always going to be specific people who dislike each other, or there's going to be some drama that brews, but overall, my experience at least was that everybody was very welcoming to me, and there was this sense of everybody's trying to help boost each other up rather than tear each other down, and that was something that I was not expecting and that I was very happy to see, even if I had not been told about it. Question number 2 is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos such as wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, and so on and so forth? So for me as a viewer, I do tend to gravitate towards typical Booktube videos less, with the exception of wrap-ups, because I really enjoy wrap-ups for the unique ability that they have to give a bunch of mini book reviews in the course of the video. Some people make wrap-ups where they just say, here's all the books I read, the end, but the creators that I watch anyway, they use the opportunity to say at least a couple of words of whether or not they liked the book and things like that. With Booktube, when I'm watching people talk about books, I'm usually watching a review or I'm trying to get recommendations. So if I haven't read the book yet and the person who I'm watching also hasn't read the book yet, then it does nothing for either of us for them to just tell me that they're planning on reading a book. I much rather would watch a video where they talk about, after having read the book, how they felt about it, because that informs my decision as to whether or not I should also read the book, and so on and so forth. So wrap-ups I do really like. I've made one wrap-up, I think, as of filming this video, but I also do enjoy hauls for special occasions, like if it's your birthday, or I made one around Christmas time because I've gotten a lot of books and bookish related items and things like that. TBRs I don't usually watch unless it is for a specific readathon, so I don't know, everybody's different and everybody has different likes and dislikes. Just because a book is typical doesn't mean it's bad, as long as the creator is able to present the content in an interesting, entertaining, and somehow intellectual way. So I think they're totally fine. Don't let anybody shame you for making those videos or watching those videos if that is your cup of tea. Question number 3 is, what is an assumption that you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? I really assumed that Booktube was much smaller than it is. I also think I came in at a time where Booktube was becoming much more saturated as a community on YouTube, and so I think I am a part of that, and that's also why I didn't assume it before I joined. But I, as a viewer, was pretty much exclusively watching the things that YouTube was recommending to me. I didn't know Booktube was such a kind of deep and extensive field of videos. So I was watching a lot of Catty-tastic and a lot of Christine and a lot of Jordan Harvey and Caleb from Insane Reader, and just kind of all of the more subscribed to people and also some of the mid-range people, but I was not aware of how extensive and entertaining the small Booktube community was. I didn't know that there were so many of you lovely people out there who also make videos like this, which also gave me the motivation to continue going on, because I was painfully shy and hated being in front of the camera and all of that stuff. So that is definitely something that I assumed incorrectly about, but I am very glad that I was incorrect about that. Number 4 is, what is something you've done that has actually helped to grow your audience? Kind of unintentionally, just getting to know other people in the community. I think that's been a pretty common answer for this tag. I think at the end of the day, if you as a viewer trust a creator and they tell you that they trust this other creator, you are likely to go check them out, and if they so desire, then they're going to subscribe to that other person. And so I've been really lucky to have really nice people that I'm friends with shout me out in videos, and I've tried to shout people out in videos and help spread the love a little bit. Other than that, I think the main thing that sets me apart, I guess, from other people is that I'm also a teacher, so there's probably a good portion of you guys that are my students from Word Hamster, or you are someone who has participated in Word Hamster's contests and are looking forward to future contests. So if that is the case for you, then that's probably a good bunch of my audience here on YouTube. Other than that, I'm mostly just trying to continue to grow my audience organically by being myself and by staying true to myself. I try to be a very positive person. I try not to insert myself into drama that does not involve me or does not call upon my voice. And I'm just thrilled that 200 people have found it suitable to click the subscribe button for me, and I hope that I can improve myself and improve my content and make what I want to make and also make what you want to watch, and therefore we can grow this community together. So that's my answer for that one. Number 5 is, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? I guess there's a couple of different answers that I could give to this, but the two that are kind of coming to mind right off the bat are that I think we as a community, and this isn't just new booktubers, this includes old booktubers as well, we can forget the distinction between something being hurtful and something being hateful, and treating the two the same and giving the same amount of outrage to each is not fair to anybody involved. It exacerbates small petty dramas, and it diminishes real issues. So that is one thing, is just to really ask yourself what deserves your outrage. Other than that, just not overvaluing your numbers. You can want your channel to grow, and you can do things that will make that channel grow if you want. That is not a bad thing to do. You don't have to not care about the numbers at all, but don't equate your numbers to your worth. That is one big mistake that I didn't really make. I do think that there was a period of time where I was like kind of stationary in my subscriber count. It was just kind of stuck at like 50 or something at the time, and I started being like, oh, woe is me, like it's never going to get any better than this, but it does. You just have to keep making things that you believe in and that you have fun making, and things will fall from there however they will fall. So yeah, that is my answer for that one. Number 6 is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? Honestly, I am totally fine with it and have always been fine with it, even before I started Booktube. I think it's kind of weird to expect creators to like slog away and do everything and put out stuff for free, and then we're gonna give them crap for getting a book for free in exchange for a honest review. I just think that's weird. I mean, watch what you want to watch and do what you want to do, but if I am watching someone, I trust what they have to say, and I trust that they are telling me what their actual thoughts are, regardless of whether or not that is a video that they've made in partnership with a publisher or with a sponsor. So if I'm ever lucky enough to get a publisher or a sponsor, I think I'll take it, as long as it's something that I believe in and something that I agree with, and it's something where I can give my my honest thoughts about something. So trust the creators that you watch, and if you don't trust them, then don't watch them. But that's it's not the creator's job to not make money if they have the opportunity to do so. That's just my thought on that. So yeah. Number 7 is kind of the last question, and that is, do you think Booktube is dying? Not at all. I didn't know that that was something people were concerned about, and if they are, I would tell them that maybe they just don't want to accept change. I guess some people might be worried that the community is becoming oversaturated, or that Booktube is running out of ideas, but quite the contrary. I think we watch creators for their personalities, and I watch creators specifically talking about books on Booktube so that I can hear about their thoughts on books. So as long as there are books, there will be booktubers, and I will want to watch those booktubers. In terms of potential oversaturation, I think it's no threat to anyone that there are more creators on the platform. There's plenty of room in the subscription box for everybody, and viewers are going to choose who they want to watch. Yes, the algorithm plays a part as well, but there's no reason to think that having a lot of creators in the community is going to mess up anyone else's chances. So, yeah, no, I don't think Booktube is dying. Finally, number 8 is to tag your friends. So, I don't actually know who hasn't done this tag yet, or at least who hasn't been tagged in this tag before, but I guess I will tag Carrie from Carrie the Book Bell. I would like to hear her thoughts. She is always very clear and proud about her opinions, and I would like to see what she has to say. Who else? Who else hasn't done it? Maybe Liz from Elizabeth Cullen, or the other Cullen on YouTube. So I guess I will tag both of them and hope that neither of them have done this video yet or been tagged yet. So those two, yeah, and if I think of anyone else, I'll leave them in the description as well. So that is it for me this week. This is the first time I've talked about Booktube as a community before, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like, and if you like my content, then do subscribe, because I make videos every Friday, and I will see you in the next video.